Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from deep profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. He conquers the markets, he turns water into wine. His timing flows where chaos turns divine. Cut sharp enough to time the sign. Yeah, this man's no common trader. He commands the market's numbers. We call him Chef Bailey. The market bends beneath his flame. Fear and greed run through the wire. Candles climb and then expire. Our edges cut from deep profile, sharp and clean by every buyer. Markets move, they twist and swing. Every tick can burn or bring. Ryan keeps calm, he trusts his thing. The charts tell him everything. But when T1 makes ding, 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 the futures spread their hidden wing. And he is ready for anything. Vic's still looking like a restless king.
Ready to stop guessing and start growing as a trader. Welcome to Vici Trading Solutions, a community built by real traders for serious learners. We don't just post trades, we teach the why behind every move. With a full education section and daily breakdowns, you'll start seeing the market like a pro. You won't be trading alone. Inside the Vici Discord, you're surrounded by committed traders, from futures pros to rising crypto specialists, all learning and winning together. Gain first access to our exclusive indicators, powerful tools used daily by hundreds across TradingView and beyond. These aren't gimmicks, they're built to sharpen your edge. Each morning, our founder posts a full trading plan for the S&P 500 or NASDAQ and calls out the levels he's watching live. No fluff, just clarity. Education, tools, community. Whether you trade futures, stock, or crypto, Vici gives you the foundation and firepower to grow. Join Vici, trade smarter, conquer the markets.
Well, we're back. I promised you guys volatility today, and I think we got that. It was insane today. If you guys traded, God bless. I'll tell you, it was something else. I know that some of the guys in my room cleaned up, and I didn't take any screenshots, but we'll go over that. And just to let everybody know who's on the Substack side, guys, for whatever Substack is acting up, I can see there's a ton of people in here, but I can't tell who it is. My comment section is down, unfortunately. So, oh, there I see Mark just hopped in. Mark, you're the first one I've seen out of the other 20. So my apologies, the rest of you guys. Hello. Anywho, so amazing day today. I mean, we knew Trump was going to be on the horn at 8:30. We talked about it before. It was in our trade plan. And anytime this guy gets on the mic, he just tears shit up. And that's exactly what he did today. We actually had two instances. We had one early in the morning where he was on the mic early, and then came back later in the afternoon just to break everybody's ankles. And so it was quite a day, and we're going to get into that. It's an insane day. So before we do that, let's go ahead and just start where we always start. Please follow me across all the socials. Ryan Bailey Edge, you guys know the deal. Substack, TradingView, YouTube, and X. It's all the same across the board. Super easy. Definitely follow me on TradingView. I see a lot of people coming over there because I got some indicators. They're free. Come get them. If you are a subscriber and you don't have the 80% rule, actually, I totally forgot. That was one happened today too. You should get this indicator. I'm giving it to anyone who actually is a Substack subscriber. And I want to grab this. Man, oh well, it's too late now. The stream started. I have spent the last 30 minutes making content because the volatility was just so insane today. We had so much stuff to cover. And I'll see if I can't find it through here just to kind of help you guys understand when. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, cool. So we'll talk about it as soon as I get there, but make sure you follow us across all the socials here. Definitely something important for you to do, as I'm constantly making updates and throwing trade cues out there and other stuff that we're looking at. So go ahead and get right into it today. Let me pull this over here. So what do we got? Where do we want to start? Let's just start with our title and context like we normally do here. All right, beautiful. So here we go. This was right at the morning. We are approaching the leg in and the Trump volatility, right? So we were breaking down the short from yesterday and the continuation as it paid almost 100 points. It paid somewhere right around 85 points, which is pretty awesome. And then we had a huge resistance cluster at 68.83 and the critical leg in buy levels. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. And obviously, we knew Trump was on the horn at 8:30. We talked about it pre-market, and the first thing I say right here is be careful, right? So the Greenland thing was insane, right? This guy is like, oh, I'm going to take it. No, I'm not going to take it. And then finally, after he said, you know what, we're not going to use force, the market was all about it and just went for it. So when we started the day, we had the relative volume of 42.5%. And to be prepared for volatility. And I think we absolutely got that for sure. So one of the things that I want to show you guys here, I actually did a trade plan this morning, and for whatever reason, this section didn't make it in. And so I went ahead and sent this out as an email in the chat to all the paying subscribers. So I'm sure you guys saw this. This actually played out really well. I even said I left this out. And here was the picture of SPX as we came into effect. And I said the SPX is closed at our significant daily level yesterday at 67.96, right here. We're sitting on this level of support at the close. Be cautious. If the price opens above this level, as it could move higher into the untested resistance. Well, I think we all know they came out like a cannon right out of the first this morning. And this is it right here. This is where we opened, and we just had an insane push up. So we knew right off the jump by watching SPX, if this thing breaks higher, we're going to go. Not only that, but pre-market, we had the 68.29 daily, which was the levels that we were looking at yesterday. We were below it pre-market, and when they swept and reclaimed, it was gone. And that was essentially what this 4-hour was here, in a sense, if you compare the apples to oranges here. This thing just absolutely took off on us yesterday, or this morning, and just made it an awesome long. Now, I'll say this. I had some levels in the trade plan that I was prepared to short. One being the really important weekly that I focused on with you guys yesterday, the 68.80. Boy, did they ever push my shit in. I got pushed in today, but we made it up. It was all good. But I will tell you this, thank God for risk management, because it could have been super nasty, especially with this volatility, but we made it work, and we're going to go over all that right now. So I just wanted to show you guys that for sure. So as you know, we kind of blasted through everything, and we went all the way up, and we swept the highs, right? And so for me, I always look at it like this. I mean, one of the things that I'm sure if you guys have been trading for a while or what have you, one of the things that you got to keep in mind is a lot of times when you have these super aggressive pushes, what they're doing is they're looking to sweep a high or a low. And a lot of times when you sweep a high or a low of a previous day, the pressure's off, right? There's a lot of profit taking when you wick new highs. And so price will tend to retrace a little bit, regardless if you're long or short. The same situation happened yesterday when we talked about how they wicked the lows, and then we had some relief buying and the whole 9 yards. It's the same concept, no matter how you look at it. And so the same thing happened today, and I'll just go ahead and show you here. This is my personal conversation to everybody in the Discord room. And I even said, I hope we get a little relief here. They wicked yesterday's high, so maybe we'll get a pullback in the support. We shall see. I'm short under yesterday's high and the weekly. Right? Okay, cool. Well, what was the reason that I decided just to short here like crazy? Well, let me show you, because we're going to come into this even more. This is a sequence of, I didn't even share my screen. My apologies. Here, my apologies. Here you go. So like I said, hope we get the relief as they wicked yesterday's high. So maybe we'll get a pullback to support. We'll see, right? So this tan line right here, as you can see, that is yesterday's high. And obviously, I was short under the high with the weekly trying to get down, right? So at this point, I've got small size on because I'm like, damn, this is a rough morning. This isn't exactly how I planned on this turning out, right? But why was I looking for the short? Well, here's a big one. And I hope you guys were paying attention yesterday because we talked about this for real, right? And this goes into the short comment that we're getting ready to have here. So here you go with our VIX analysis, right? This is the picture of VIX before the market opened. The 2038 pivot, right? This is our big purple line, right? We have a headwind if it pushes above, and we have a tailwind relief if it pushes below, right? So if it pushes below, though, they want to target the supports at 1762 and the monthly at 1744. That's that bad boy right there, right? It says this will, this would be untested on first touch and will more than likely get a significant reaction. When I say things like that, guys, pay attention. I cannot tell you how to trade. All I can do is tell you the levels that I see and the levels that I like. And this was our huge breakout level when we moved above it. If I'm sitting here telling you, hey, this is more than likely going to get a significant reaction on first touch, watch it. Watch the cues, right? And so why? So here we go. Let me show you exactly why. So here it is. This is VIX after it was all said and done because I was taking these pictures towards the end. But this is the 2038 pivot. We immediately broke loose. This was the open. Boom. Just absolutely came down with a fury. And what did we touch? 1744 weekly, 1762 daily, and we got a ferocious push, right? Why? Because it was untested on first touch, and we will more than likely get a significant reaction. And this is what led me to start shorting over and over and over again. And I'm going to show you as we did this, and I used our levels in context to make this happen, FYI, right? And so let's go ahead and pull this up here, because I'm going to start with this. It's just too big for me to get into one screen here. So we had the big reaction zone. I had two levels that I really, really liked, guys. Two levels, right? I had the 68, 67. Oh, you know what? I forgot one. Oh, well. I had the 68.67 4-hour, and I had the monster weekly level at 68.80 and 68.83 that I was preaching to you guys like crazy, right? Well, you know, they blew through these levels, kind of. This first one right here, the 4-hour, they actually played this in the beginning of the day. I thought I had a picture of it, and I think I do, but oh, well, I forgot to show you guys earlier. We're already past that now. So I was using these two levels here to basically start to get us, you know, to get an idea of what I was going to start shorting under, right? So as you can see, this is the 68.83. I started shorting under this in the daily at 68.80, trying to get down to our major 4-hour pivot. Where at 67, right? So once we were back underneath this, because remember, for me, this was a momentum shift. Momentum shifts considerably above 83. If bulls reclaim 83 and go to 91, they could take us all the way back to 42. Well, we're going to get to that later because, as you guys know, that was our high of the day. But for now, this is my big momentum shift level. So for me, I am short. When we started to come back down, I see VIX going up. It's going up like crazy. It's coming off my big spot. So I just start shorting underneath significant levels. And what am I doing? I'm trying to get down to the next level. Well, 67 was the next 4-hour. And as you can see, once we got below that, I'm short again, trying to get back down to the open. And I just kept shorting and shorting and shorting. And I was short again until we came all the way down to the lows, which was great. Obviously, everybody in the room is seeing this. They're following my lead. They see VIX. I'm preaching it. And the guys who are in the room were just absolutely printing, which was super duper awesome. I was very excited about that. So that was cool. Then, actually, and I could have swore I had that. Doesn't matter. Anyways, the 4-hour level from, what is it, 67, actually played this morning for 10 points. I could have swore I had that picture. And that's okay. I really wanted to show you guys. It played really good on first touch. I actually missed it by 2 ticks, and then they blasted through the weekly, which is where I got my shit pushed in, which was always fun, right? Because that's part of the game. You know, it's what makes it interesting. So, all right. So that was the deal. Then the afternoon comes. We sit at the lows. We're just chilling. What's happening, right? And so then Trump gets back on the horn, and he starts talking about how he's not going to take Greenland by force. And so this brings us back to this, right? So here was our short. This is the 83. We come all the way down. Sorry, this is the 69.03 that we shorted yesterday. So I'm shorting below this, especially after we wick yesterday's highs. You can see here, we're coming down short below 83. Now I'm short below 67. We get all the way down in here in the 47 area, and that basically got flat, right? So now we're just chilling down here. And I'm like, at this point, I don't even know what's going to happen because we've been all over the place. We went up, we came down, and we're like, ah. So all we could do is wait, right? So here was the big deal, right? We knew the momentum shifts considerably above 68.83. If the bulls reclaim 83 and confirm above 91, they're back in charge and for the moment and could take us all the way to 69.42. Well, this was our cue right here. This is where we kind of sat and percolated. They immediately pushed up over the 83 on the Trump news, the 68.80, 68.83, and came all the way where? 69.42. The only reason I knew this is because everything else was tested. This was the only logical explanation. If we push above 83, we knew that weekly from yesterday at 03 was tested at 69.03. This daily was tested at 12. We had no choice but to come to 42. So that was the most logical idea. And of course, that is exactly where we came. One of the other interesting things that I thought was really kind of cool was, for those of you guys, again, who follow SPX, and let me just show you this. Look at this. I'm just going to pull this over. I just got to thinking about that. You see this daily here, 69, 10, 95? I highlighted it for everybody right here, right? Saying, hey, we get above this weekly. This is where we're coming, right? Well, check this out. This is cool. Where are we at? Where are we at? SPX post open. Maybe it's this one or not. I don't know. I could have swore I had another one. I've lost some content here. My apologies. Oh, here it is. I found it. This is it. Check this out. Boom. So not only did this line up with our 42, but we had our big significant daily here off of SPX at 69.10.95, which actually pulled us down another 35 points. We had so much volatility today. It was absolutely insane. Some guys in the room really cleaned up, and I'm going to actually showcase these guys here in a little bit. I didn't take screenshots, so I'll just pull the Discord room over and let you guys check it out. But it really was pretty nice today. We knew that we needed to be super duper careful today. I didn't realize Trump was going to be talking this afternoon. So, I was actually out of the office, and some guys were able to capitalize on this, which I'll show you. My boy Zook made 10 G's on this push. So congratulations to him. That's what's up, big dog. Proud of you on that one. But all the levels, once again, played perfectly. We knew the long from the jump. We knew essentially, that once we broke certain areas, we were supposed to get long. We had the daily confluence at 42 and the SPX at 69.10. We had the VIX screaming at us coming into our big untesty. I mean, I don't know what else we can do to make this any easier for everybody. It's literally the blueprint is right here, and all you have to do is execute. That's where the real skill comes in at. But I basically feed you guys the rock, and it's up to you to make the money. So that was awesome. So today was absolutely crazy. And before I showcase these guys in the Discord room, actually, you know what? Let me do that right now. Let me just show these guys what's up. I got to show these guys off a little bit. Oh, this was the other thing. I forgot to tell you this. As usual, we had the 80% rule go off as we moved up. For those of you guys who are new on the stream, there's a trade that I'm all about. This is the 80% rule. I did a big post on it. You feel more than welcome to check my Substack. It's underneath Inside the Mind of a Pro Trader. This is a statistic that every trader should be taking. It basically says that if you open outside the previous day's value and you spend 2 or more periods, that you have an 80% chance of going to the opposite end of the value area. Well, guess what? We triggered that today on the way up, and they actually hit it. This was the entry at 69.94. And I think right here, maybe I don't have a screenshot of it at all, but long story short, we triggered that and we hit it shortly after, which was pretty awesome. So that was an amazing trade today. They gave everybody the confidence to continue to get long. And I believe actually the value area high was the sweep of the day's high where I started to get short. So that's kind of was the target here. I'll show you guys where it was at. And I'll actually just show you kind of how this trade worked out. Now, I know this profile looks crazy big. And look how they touched this naked point of control right at the highs at 45. That was right in line with our 42 daily. But check this out. Here's how it worked. So this was us today. We come up, we spent A period, B period. By the time C period rolls around, ding, 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 around 86, we get long, and then, well, our signal to basically the 80% rule is triggered, and you take it to 905, right? So we're talking 20 points here, even 15 if you got in late. That's an 80% probability of that trade working. It's hard not to take a trade that has 80% probability, in my personal opinion, because it means 8 out of 10 times you win. Just keep your risk in check and life's good. So anyways, long story short, that was awesome. We were calling that out in the room, obviously, and I kind of let everybody know, like, hey, I think this 80% rule is going. Are we going to get there? Right. So then they obviously did this. So I'm an affiliate for Edgeful. I've signed a partnership with them. This is one of the most amazing platforms when it comes to statistics. I suggest you guys check it out. I love their data so much that I built a bunch of indicators and took their data and put it in my stuff so I could see it right on my Sierra dashboard. And we knew with 100% probability that they were going to break out over the previous day's high. On Wednesday, there was literally 100% probability over the course of a year that we break out above the high or low. I'll put my link in the description. You guys can check it out. But if you're going to check it out, make sure you check it out soon. They're going to take away the 2 free weeks trial starting on February 1st. It's unfortunate, but it's true. So this was an awesome, we knew that 6904.75 was that, breakout high. And then, of course, I just showed you that we also had the 80% rule taking us up into the same vicinity. So that was pretty cool. Let me go ahead and just give my boys the shout out, because these guys deserve a lot of fucking credit. These guys work really hard, and they are all doing their number. I mean, just really doing their thing. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Look, it just keeps going and going. Unbelievable. Let's see. This is yesterday. This is where it starts. 6:13 in the morning. This guy's up 15 points. She's is up $2,000 by 10 o'clock. He caught the long. He got the bat signal, and he got the heck out of Dodge. Unbelievable. We got Sam running 10 funded accounts. He did 1,200. And it looks like, and a Tradeify an extra 992. Good job, Sam. I didn't even see that, bro. Nice work. Ryan came out of left field. I got to tell you, Ryan is a Substack subscriber. He hits me up. And he's like, hey, he basically joined the inner circle, which basically means he gets premium Discord access in Substack. And this guy is so consistent. It's insane. He's so good. He's trading a cash account. He's doing his thing, made $600. I've watched him walk this account up huge. I mean, he's just so impressive. Very impressive, Ryan. Congrats. Look at Sam. What? 1,500 ticks? Fucking crazy shit. This guy's a serial killer. And look at this. Sag's back. Got 80 points here on some MES. And then we got Mark. Mark's in the house. What's up, Mark? Mark putting up some points on the board. $500. Congratulations, Mark. And then, of course, we got Zug. Zug doing it again, showing off. $10,000, Zug. What a beast. He caught that long onto the upside and just held that puppy. He's amazing at holding. This guy swings options like it's nobody's business. And so it's very impressive. But look at this, 754 points on micros for ES, and another, look at this, 3,400 points for NQ. I don't even know if I've seen that before. That was freaking unbelievable. So big kudos to my boys in the room. Absolutely crushed it. I couldn't be more proud of these guys. I mean, they take the plans and they lead the way. And you know what's funny? I'm going to go ahead and show this, right? I'm going to show this, but this is, I mean, these guys are super humble, right? But as you can see right here, he says, Master Bailey, you're showing this the way every day. Could not be here without you. You're paving the way to financial independence. Well, I really appreciate the shout out, Zug. But let me tell you what, man, you're hitting that button. You deserve all the credit. I just tell you the levels to buy or sell, and you are making it happen. And you have really conquered your emotions, and I really salute you. Congratulations. I salute everybody on this board. They work so freaking hard. We're in here every day, most of the day, and these guys are just grinding it out and working on their patience. And it's super duper impressive. So got nothing but good things to say about these guys. We have an excellent team, and we just had a new guy join today. I'm looking forward to seeing what Raj is going to do. Cannot wait to help him along the way. So one of the other perks and benefits of being in the room, let me go ahead and pull this up. This is just one of two. This fired yesterday, which was another indication that we might be going up. I'll go ahead and show you. This was where am we going here? Here we go. So this fired in the room. This was my NVIDIA alert. Basically said, hey, look, there's a weekly daily at 177 to 174. Don't miss this. This is a swing spot. Well, you can see we played 177 almost perfectly. And we were up a little over 2% today on NVIDIA, which was a super nice pop. As you can see, this is up over $6, which was phenomenal. Now, we just had another alert fire today. And I'll go ahead and let you guys see a little sneak peek of what I'm looking at here. I think this could be kind of sexy. Let you guys do a little homework on this, and then we'll come back and talk about it later, because this is one of those trades that I've been sniffing on this guy for a while. As you guys know, we were long Oracle at 186. We took it up. We thought we were going to bust to this 222 through earnings, and they just couldn't get the job done. And they came back down. And so then this weekly pays at 176.50. But again, we knew it probably wasn't going to go back up just because it's, you know, the way the chart was looking. So right now we're into this massive spot, massive monthly and weekly spot at 168 on Oracle. Can we come lower? Absolutely. It's certainly possible. But this is going to be a great spot. And the way that I'm really looking to play this, and I know Pipes is watching this. He was talking about this today. Once we start to reclaim the 176.75 area with some significant strength, right? And I don't mean just get up there. I mean, like, I want to see a good 4-hour close up there, maybe even close the daily up there. Then this becomes a very viable spot, right? Because then we basically have proven that we're going to come lower and sweep higher and get some acceptance in here. And that is really what we're looking for. And I'm not convinced that we don't come down just a little bit more first and tap this area. I mean, just to be quite frank, if I really wanted to be super picky about it, this is the best spot on the map for this at 139.75. But this is certainly the second best spot. And I do like this spot for a pullback and a pop. As much as I like this area down here, this has a better chance right now of the continuation with it faster. It'll happen faster. If we come down here, then we have to get back above this. Even though this is a very high probability trade, it just might be one of those trades you end up holding for quite some time. So as long as this plays and reclaims, this is going to be a phenomenal trade. So with that being said, today was a great day. The guys in the room killed it. Congratulations, everybody. We followed the trade plans all week long. I've been walking you through on the weekend review. We called the lows at 68.23 or 25. I mean, we only went to 68.23 yesterday, so we went by it through 2 points. Last night, today we called the SPX long. We knew exactly what was happening with momentum shifts, and we knew Trump was on the horn and to be careful. So everybody did very well today. I appreciate everybody tuning in today. And obviously, I'm going to be here same time, same channel tomorrow. We're going to be doing the same thing, going over the plans, talking about maybe something we can look at for the perspective next day. And for those of you who are subscribing, I will have you the trade plans at 8:30 in the morning. If you are not a subscriber, check the link in this post. I have a link in there. You can sign up for 30 days free of the trade plans if you have not done so far. Get in there. You got nothing to lose. I mean, Jesus Christ, I show you guys every day. These guys are making tens, thousands of dollars. I mean, fucking thing's free, for Christ's sake. Sign up. Do us both a favor. Tell your friends. Get them to sign up. And we'll all both have a jolly 2026. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And I will talk to you guys soon. And tomorrow we'll conquer the markets. Cheers.